A little bit of an update here from Chloe Peterson, who is main journalist involved with the Indiana Fever.
Caitlin Clark is turning heads after appearing Sue Bird.
WNBA legend Candace Parker, boy, she's been public enemy number one, saying a lot of things that the Twitter folks don't want her to coming out and saying. That the Indiana Fever are better without Caitlin Clark being in the lineup.
Big news out of Indiana.
Indiana Fever insider Chloe Peterson just dropped major news about Caitlin Clark's injury.
An insider just leaked brutally honest details about Caitlin Clark's return, and it changes everything for the Fever's playoff run.
The WNBA trade deadline is over, and the Indiana Fever didn't make any moves because I feel as if they don't need to make any moves.
From behind-the-scenes rehab updates to the real reason the team made 0 trade deadline moves, the truth is finally out. And if you stand with Caitlin Clark, drop 100% in the comments right now.
One person that is pretty damn credible with having information coming from the Indiana Fever pipeline is none other than Chloe Peterson.
A trusted Indiana Fever insider has finally pulled back the curtain on Caitlin Clark's recovery. And the details are bigger than anything fans have heard from the team itself.
She's been running up and down full speed. As far as I know,
that is a positive. The fact she's running up and down, a lot of people are like, oh, the groin injury is lateral movement and stuff.
The update? Caitlin is already running full speed, showing 0 hesitation in her movement. That alone tells you how far she's come since the groin injury that sidelined her.
Caitlin was there for the first couple minutes when everyone was just warming up, and then after they officially started shoot around, she left with a trainer to go back, do some individual rehab, recovery work.
But here's what's important. She still hasn't been thrown into full team practices. Instead, she's doing one-on-one rehab sessions with trainers, working on individual recovery drills, and focusing on fine-tuning her game without unnecessary risk.
As far as I know, she hasn't come back to practice yet. The Fever didn't hold practice or an official practice yesterday. They didn't hold shoot around this morning. The last time I saw them in a practice capacity was shoot around on Tuesday.
During shoot arounds, she's present, engaged, and moving. But once things shift to full contact teamwork, she's pulled aside to continue her rehab privately. The Fever's approach is clear. They are not rushing their franchise player back just to squeeze out a couple more regular season games.
I mean, there's really no reason to rush it. The team's playing well, they're vibing. You keep talking about the long-term future. I mean, there's no value in rushing her back. So it's nice that she's afforded this extra runway to come back as well.
But yeah, that's probably the biggest thing with this is that there's no reason to rush her back.
After multiple knocks this season, the priority is ensuring she's ready to dominate in the games that matter most. The playoffs. And the timing might be perfect.
They have next week, I think, between Sunday and Friday, they don't have a game. So I would say she's going to ramp up. I think she's going to be out for the next 10 days. My prediction is the 22nd against the Minnesota Lynx.
There's a built-in gap in the Fever's schedule, a nearly week-long break before they face Minnesota on the 22 seconds. That window could allow Caitlin to ramp up without being thrown into back-to-back battles.
Trying to get Caitlin right for the playoffs. And there is a non-zero chance that Caitlin's injury is something that she's not going to be able to fix till the offseason, but it's not going to get worse. There's a non-zero chance that she's been told, look, you're going to play, but when you come back in, you're going to probably be hurt after 4 or 5 games again. And then it might be a situation where it's like, look, they bring her back.
This isn't just about getting her back on the court. It's about unleashing her at full strength, with fresh legs right as the Fever head into the most critical stretch of the year. Every sign points to this return being calculated, strategic, and potentially game-changing.
The Fever are not going to not make them. They're 3 games ahead of the Sparks. The Valkyries, the Mystics are trying to lose, and the Valkyries are going to fade. They don't have the talent to hang with these teams. I'm not saying they're going to fall to where the Sky are, but they're going to fade.
The Fever aren't just holding on to a playoff spot. They're in a position to climb the standings even higher. With about 15 games left, they're safely ahead of the bottom teams, meaning there's no need to gamble with Caitlin's health.
Candace Parker on the insane narrative that the Indiana Fever are better with Caitlin Clark without Caitlin Clark being in the lineup.
But here's the truth the critics don't want to admit. This team's ceiling skyrockets the moment she's back in uniform. Caitlin isn't just another scorer. She's the player defense's game plan around, the one who stretches the floor, creates scoring lanes for teammates, and takes the big shots under pressure.
But I do feel like times like this, different people step up. Just Natasha Howard stepped up during the Commissioner Cup. Yep. It shows. And it can be a growth opportunity for teams.
Without her, the Fever have had to spread responsibility around. And yes, some players have stepped up. But with her back, that confidence they've built combines with her elite playmaking, creating a far more dangerous and balanced team. Even legends of the game have spoken up.
You're better without Caitlyn. They're not. They're not better without Caitlyn. Like, Caitlyn is one of those people that has a high IQ. So I know she's watching, and I know she's going to come back and make you all that much better. So it honestly is scary because not only are you allowing other people to step up, but you're allowing Caitlyn to then survey and realize how she can add.
Candace Parker flat out shut down the ridiculous better without Caitlyn narrative, calling her one of the highest IQ players in basketball and warning opponents that her return will only make Indiana that much better.
The Fever's better without Caitlin Clark. Did you see Nancy Lieberman, all-time great, come out and shut that down? Boy, she crushed Jeff Teague in the particle dust out there.
Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman echoed the same sentiment, slamming anyone pushing that false story. The playoffs are all about matchups and momentum. And with Caitlyn healthy, the Fever not only become a nightmare for lower seeds like the Dream or Mercury, they even have a puncher's chance against elite teams.
Yeah, you were sort of a serviceable NBA player. I was like, damn, she crushed him into mediocrity real fast. I laughed my ass off.
That's the kind of shift one player of her caliber can cause. This is why her return isn't just exciting. It's the single biggest factor that could redefine the WNBA playoff picture.
This is something that do not be surprised that President Trump speaks on eventually. And if that man decides that this is something that can feed his base, that can ingratiate himself with that kind of audience that is protective of a Caitlin Clark and what she stands for and what she represents, and they come to a conclusion that they believe she is being unfairly treated.
Caitlin Clark's return isn't happening in a vacuum. It's unfolding under one of the brightest spotlights the WNBA has ever faced. And now, it's not just fans and analysts watching closely.
If he gets involved and that base gets involved because somehow, some way they embrace victimhood on a part of Caitlin Clark, it could be a problem. Be careful.
According to Stephen A. Smith, this situation has reached a point where even political figures are paying attention, with some reportedly considering speaking out if they believe Caitlin has been treated unfairly. That kind of national attention can shake an entire league.
The person behind pushing this narrative is Aaron Kane, allegedly. This is Caitlin Clark. Agent has been the one pushing this narrative, pumping it out into the public, raising concerns, raising everything about it. Why is she doing this? I can tell you one good reason. Caitlin Clark has now been hurt twice. Caitlin Clark's stock has now been went down.
Behind the scenes, her camp isn't staying silent. Reports suggest her agent has been actively pushing back against narratives that hurt her image or downplay her impact, especially after the injuries this season.
If y'all do not fix that damn whistle, all hell is going to break loose. If y'all do not ease up on attacking Caitlin Clark, guess what? All hell is going to break loose.
The message is clear. Caitlin's value, both to the Fever and to the WNBA, isn't up for debate. And mishandling her health or safety could trigger massive backlash. The league has already faced criticism for the overly physical play and questionable officiating she's endured as a rookie.
WNBA legend Candace Parker, boy, she's been public enemy number one for saying a lot of things that the Twitter folks don't want her to be coming out and saying.
Now, with her return on the horizon, the pressure is higher than ever to ensure she's protected and given the platform she's earned. The Fever's front office knows exactly what's at stake. By staying quiet at the trade deadline and keeping the roster intact, they've essentially made Caitlin's comeback their big acquisition for the final stretch. They're betting everything on her being the catalyst for a deep playoff run, and the entire basketball world will be watching to see if that gamble pays off.
The Fever's better without Caitlin Clark. Did you see Nancy Lieberman, all-time great, come out and shut that down? Boy, she crushed Jeff Teague in the particle dust out there.
Ever since Caitlin Clark went down with her injury, a small group of critics has been pushing the idea that the Fever are somehow better without her. Let's call it what it is: pure nonsense. This isn't just a bad take. It's a complete misread of what she brings to the court.
They're better without Caitlin. They're not. They're not better without Caitlin. But I do feel like times like this, different people step up. Just like Natasha Howard stepped up during the Commissioner Cup. Yep. Like, it shows. And it can be a growth opportunity for teams. Like, Caitlin is one of those people that has a high IQ. So I know she's watching, and I know she's going to come back and make you all that much better. So it honestly is scary, because not only are you allowing other people to step up, but you're allowing Caitlin to then survey and realize how she can add. I said from the get-go.
Even in her first pro season, adjusting to the WNBA's speed and physicality, Caitlin has been the heartbeat of Indiana's offense, the leader in pace, and the spark that keeps opponents on edge. Her absence hasn't magically improved the team. It's forced other players to take on bigger roles, which can be a good thing for development, but it doesn't replace what Caitlin does.
See, you're going to see a pattern there that is like head-scratching. It really is. So, anyway, maybe that's something Stephanie White can work out.
With her on the floor, defenses have to stretch far beyond the three-point line because she's a threat from anywhere. That spacing alone creates driving lanes, opens up mid-range shots, and makes Indiana's offense unpredictable. Without her, teams can pack the paint, slow the game down, and choke off the Fever's attack. Legends of the game have already shut this false narrative down. Candace Parker didn't just defend Caitlin. She called out exactly why her return will make Indiana that much better, praising her elite basketball IQ and her ability to see plays before they happen.
It's crazy. She did a tier ranking and had Angel Reese somewhere. It was like 4 tiers down or something like that. My God. You would have thought Candace Parker never played a game in her life, and she's a freaking legend. Ooh, the ugly things they said to her.
Caitlin Clark's return isn't just another storyline. It's the moment that could flip the entire WNBA season on its head. The Fever have played it smart, the pressure on the league is sky high, and all signs point to her stepping back on the court ready to make a statement. When she does, it won't just be a comeback. It'll be a warning shot to every team standing in Indiana's way. If you're ready to see Caitlin Clark silence every critic and lead the Fever on a playoff run for the ages, drop 100% in the comments and let the world know you've got her back. This is her time.